From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Morning News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting, is Donald Trump even working anymore? Well, according to one columnist, no. In a scathing op-ed for the New York Times, Jamelle Bouie compiled the mounting evidence that a shadow government of advisors is running the show while Trump becomes increasingly isolated and disengaged. Ask Donald Trump about the goings-on of his administration, there's a good chance he'll defer to a deputy or someone else rather than answer the question, Bouie wrote. Ask Trump for insight into why his administration made a choice or to explain a particular decision, and he'll be at a loss for words. Ask him to comment on a scandal. He'll plead ignorance. Bouie said none of that alone is enough to confirm Trump is shirking his duties, but then he pointed out there's more. He is by most accounts isolated from the outside world, Bouie said. He does not travel the country and rarely meets with ordinary Americans outside the White House. He is shuttled from one Trump resort to another to play golf and hold court with donors, supporters, and hangers-on. He described the president as a ubiquitous cultural presence who gives no outward sign that he is an active participant in running the national government, harking back to his being practically AWOL during the recent shutdown and mostly absent during discussions of the One Big Beautiful Bill. Trump, Bouie said, is uninterested in anyone except his most devoted fans and would rather collect gifts from foreign businessmen than take the reins of his administration. He posited that Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Russell Vought, is the de facto shadow president for domestic affairs, and Stephen Miller plays that role for internal security. Foreign policy-wise, Bouie said Trump has handed the reins to Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He pointed out the irony that the unitary executive theory has fueled the Supreme Court's continued expansion of executive power to the administration. This concentration of power, he wrote, is being done on behalf of a president who is mostly missing from the business of government. This unitary executive lacks an executive. And the president we have isn't unitary. He has given his newfound power away to a small set of virtually unaccountable advisors, insulated from public outcry and indifferent to public opinion. This situation, he explained, has made the administration more unaccountable than ever. The embrace of the unitary executive theory by both the president and the court has given us the worst of all worlds, he concluded, an ultra-powerful presidency without an actual president at the helm. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, I'm David Moore.